Welcome back to my channel, Gemini. Just want to say a quick shout out to all of you that do follow and that do subscribe. I really appreciate your comments as well. For those that are new to my channel, welcome. I'm just doing quick readings today. So this is going to be a reading for Gemini for the month of December 2021. So just asking for what are the big energies that are coming out for Gemini that will be the focus of December primarily. What are the big energies that are coming out for December for Gemini? What's happening for Gemini for the month of December 2021? What are the main energies? Okay, there's sort of a focus here on loyalty, changing your perspective, and some kind of abundance is coming through. I'll just choose one more here too. Or actually, maybe I won't. Only if it feels like I should. What's coming through for Gemini in the month of December? Okay, so it looks like there's some kind of sly energy, something versus something around loyalty and cleverness and some kind of abundance, maybe a strategy of some sort that you have to take on to be able to move something ahead or deal with a particular situation. So what I see here with the dog anyway, I mean, it is a card of, if we're talking about nines, it's almost to the end of a cycle, but certainly with the energy of the dog, as well as, maybe I'll pull that through forward here for you to see. So we've got the dog, we have the lily, we have the birds, garden, and we also have the fox. Maybe just for the sake of better viewing, I will bring it down. Okay, so as I mentioned, definitely it doesn't look like a bad spread at all, for sure. With the dog, sorry, and the fox energy, I mean, they kind of contradict one another. So, I mean, fox energy is all about, anything that deals with, mistruth, lies, cheating, anything like that, strategizing, being sneaky, any of that could also indicate some kind of wrong timing for something. I will clarify this with the tarot cards here further out as well. But it's also about not to be taken in regards to something is what that represents. So don't allow yourself to move forward with wrong information. You want to be wary of what it is that you're paying attention to and really focus. Don't jump into something. With the bird energy, really want to act a little slower in making a decision, nothing in haste. So it does look like you're having to contemplate something, though, for sure. If we are dealing with loyalty, this could be something in around your home front or something that you consider like friends or something along that line that you might be questioning, because it is about loyalty. Again, it is about friendship, supportive bonds, that kind of thing. And maybe it's that you need to hold on to that, but you can't, but maybe somebody in your world here is not trustworthy. But either way, it is about trying to build permanence and more of a stronger foundation here with the card of the dog. So the other part to that card is it does represent kind of on a broad spectrum, in a broad spectrum way, something in around finances. So what I would say here is that with the card of the dog, I feel like there's a situation here that you aren't fully operating with all the details of it. Like, it just feels like you don't have something You don't have all the details. Something's being hidden possibly. We'll know once I do the tarot cards, but it just feels like you have some level of distrust in a situation, or that you're being too trusting in a situation where you need to be a little less, what's the word I'm looking for here? A little less open. So looking at the card of the lily, I mean, that's certainly a card of things looking good. I mean, you do have potential here with that card as well as the garden. It is all about sort of abundance and moving things ahead in that area, because this is about harmony. So I see support and friendship and harmony and trust and self-development and really moving things ahead in this particular direction. But again, with the card of Lily, it really speaks to me about you having to improve something about something that's going on for you. So self-development is strongly coming through there, I would say, with that particular card. With you need to improve something here in regards to yourself, your friendships, your family. There needs to be more of an investment or something there. Again, we'll clarify it further out here, but we've also got the card of the birds. So the card of the birds is, of course, looking over a situation and trying to take another perspective to be able to deal with it. It's a restless energy. It's about something not, can be a card of excitement as well, or wanting to move ahead in a certain direction, but something is not moving ahead here. So it can be a worry about something here as well. It could be a worry about your home front, or something that is in around loyalty, that kind of thing. But it looks like there could be some kind of problems or problem of some sort that that could be dealt with as far as opening up to communicate with. But again, it's also a card of don't make any hasty decisions. Don't, trust without really acknowledging all of the other details that need to be considered. Can be also a card of gossip, a lot of things kind of going on behind the scenes. So, and that kind of feels like there is a lot of that, because it's here we've got loyalty, beauty, something on the home front. Could be a lot of gossip that's going on in around that as well. And then we also have the card of the garden. So as I say, I mean, the garden is a really positive card here as well. But it kind of feels like it's moving in that direction. So with the card of the garden, this also speaks to any kind of public situations, or, media, internet, anything along that line that might be relevant here. Maybe there's gossip or something around that part of things. But either way, it just feels like you're in the dark about something. Something has yet to come to light here, is what I'm gathering from this energy. And it certainly feels like there's a lot of people involved that are talking about kind of a gossipy feeling. Like I said, a gossipy feeling, and maybe a little bit of reason for you to distrust your social networks at this time, because it's a challenge of some sort. Can also stand for opening up to something in a networking way here with the garden as well. But anyway, let's clarify and see what happens. That's kind of the general energies here. And that was the Mirror Truth deck by Sylvia Knightsner, Lenormand cards. So I'm just going to put these cards up here. And then we'll pull a few of the cards for the tarot as well. Get a better idea of what's happening. Okay, my system's not working out so well. It's just sort of a temporary thing until I'm doing a lot of shifting of my things right now. So unfortunately, everything is kind of in a temporary state. Okay, so now we're just going to pull the tarot. What is happening around this disloyalty? What are the big energies that are coming through for Gemini in the month of December 2021? What are the big energies? What is this disloyalty or this fox energy? What is this disloyalty or this energy around being talked about here? What is this energy of the fox for December 2021? What is this energy of the Fox for 2021? Okay, so there is some kind of, maybe even a legality or something dealing with a Libra here, or there's whatever this chit chat is. There's some energy around emotional states and something about money, and something about a give and take situation here with the Six of Pentacles. What else is there that's coming through for big energies for the month of December for Gemini? Okay, you need to be going inward to really deal with the situation. What is this Fox energy? What is to be feared, or what? Not even maybe feared is the right word, but what is there anything that Gemini needs to be concerned with? Oops, sorry, just have to grab that. Clearly, that's the one that's falling out here. So there is some kind of a leap of faith that's required here. You need to trust your intuition. What is this King of Swords? What is this King of Swords that's coming through? What is the King of Swords that's coming through for the month of December for Gemini? Okay, it looks like it's in around money and work and paying attention to the details. What's the Six of Pentacles? Definitely about money. What is the Knight of Cups? What is this offer? What is this message? In around a Libra, some kind of emotional situation there, but it's still a good offer or something positive. What is the Hermit? Or sorry, the Hermit. Ooh, lots of worries, and that's why you're having to go inward. And what is the Fool card? There's something that you're worrying about that's relating around your money, and you're trying to, I would say, act as though nothing is a concern, because you're showing up as sort of the Emperor energy, but there's all of this anxiety with the 8 and the 9 of Swords. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of worry. There's a lot of energy around emotional, and it certainly worries about money is what I'm seeing there. I mean, you do have some potential here, because it looks like you have a strong foundation with the Dog and the Loyalty card, although it looks like there's a lot of people that are sort of talking about you and the situation maybe on the home front. But there is definitely the energy that you have the ability to control, the outcome, obviously, by paying attention to the details, being careful with money. There is also a lot of money that's coming through here as well, because this King of Pentacles, even though this isn't sort of the main energy, but it is certainly a card of showing up as a clarifier. So to me, it does indicate that there could be some kind of well-off person or information that you're getting from somebody who's in a more superior position that's in around money. But it definitely feels like somebody who has money could be giving you money, but you're certainly having to get clear on the details of something. As I said, there's a lot of worry, and it seems to be around money, but there's also a Libra energy here that is still coming through. Let me just clarify that one too. What is Libra energy with the Queen of Swords? Sorry, I guess that could be Gemini for yourself there as well. What is the Knight of Cups? What is the Knight of Cups with the Queen of Swords? Yeah, there's some kind of sneakiness or something that's going to go on regarding courts, legalities, being careful with something contractual. You're going to have to be careful about something. There's definitely something in the month of December that is going to draw concern around a contract. And it does seem like it's around money and a contract. In any way, as I said, with the King of Swords coming through there, as I said, I mean, there's still something about your foundation, your home front, that is a part of this picture here. But King of Swords does speak to not compromising for gain. This is really an energy of having high standards as well. So, could be maybe too much of a controlling energy, but certainly does speak a lot about law and order here in this spread. Something contractual, something dealing with legalities very strongly for whoever this relates to. It doesn't have to be all of you. For some of you, it could be just a dominating person that's, somehow affecting the spread in an emotional, in your emotional life, and somehow that's, playing out in your finances. But for others of you, this is more of a court case or more of a government agency or something that's more formal and established, because there's a real strong sense of leadership with a lot of these cards. The King of Swords, the Queen of Swords can be also a partnership of some sort where things are at odds or there's a bit of a distance, emotionally. And there's also a lot of cards of restraint, holding back, anxiety, worry about something, and then that Emperor energy. So it may be feeling like there is, like I said, I feel like you need to go inward with that Hermit energy, to try to get through whatever this situation was. It does look like you're trying to find a way to do that, though, as well, with that Hermit energy, because there is cards here that speak to things being at a 9 in terms of the cycle, and you have progression of the money. So it looks like things are, moving ahead. We've got the 6, the 8, the King. Granted, these ones with the 8 and the King are clarifiers. So to me, that isn't the main energies. The main energies are the Emperor and the Fool, and certainly there is some give and take in this particular situation here. So maybe you're borrowing money off of somebody or something there. Something about that, it's again, there's definite Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energies that are very strong, very potent in this. And there's an Aries, as I said, in there too. But I definitely feel as though, as far as work situation goes, there's something about mental communication, that kind of thing, not being very effective or being too harsh, with the Emperor energy, and just too dominating, and it may be arguments about money, actually. But something might be coming to a head here with that 7 of Swords energy as well. But I still feel like there's a need to kind of guard yourself, for whatever reason this month. I wouldn't be telling all of your stories, all of the details of your life. I would just hold back, because there's just a reason. There's just too many cards of gossip around you, with even with the previous cards there. So again, 7 of Swords energy can be, others taking advantage of you in some way, or maybe a contract when you're trying to negotiate a deal isn't really. It can be that you're outsmarting the opposition, because we do see the Justice card. So it does look like something is working out, actually, now that I'm looking at this further. The 7 of Swords with that energy of justice does indicate that there is some kind of fairness against opposition that is trying to get away with something here. So, but just guard yourself against underhanded people is certainly, between these two decks, a theme I would say is relevant. Because you could stand to lose something financially if you're not paying attention to the details, like I said, with that 8 of Pentacles. So I'm going to wrap this up here pretty quick, but in terms of, your work, it does also speak to you wanting to, something might be stalling out here as well in terms of a negotiation. Just wanted to throw that out there. Or some kind of insincerity in a deal. But again, there is going to be, the outcome will be that things become more fair once you're able to do the work with the Hermit energy. So there is a sense that you are still, coming out on top here, but there's definitely a feeling of being cut off, or harsh words, or some kind of, don't complicate your situation by involving too many other people. That's what I would say. Take that distance, or at least put some of the distance between you and whatever is causing you some stress here. Don't go to other people that are too close to you for advice on something here, because I feel like with that Hermit energy, you're searching for some kind of truth. You're searching for some kind of healing. You want something a little more clear for you to be able to move ahead. So again, it's also tying up loose ends and finishing projects and those kinds of things as well. So, and again, with that, you had a card, I believe, of crossroads. Didn't you? No, that was maybe the other reading I did. Yours was around changing your perspective. So getting out of your head from all this negativity with the birds card here previously and lightening up for the month of December. You're worrying too much, but they're again, just close yourself off from getting too heavy in the details. And I know that sounds like a contradiction, but pay attention to the details, but don't communicate all the details of your situation, is how I'm trying to clarify that. But again, it feels like you're also benefiting from a lot of solitary pursuits, that kind of thing here, because there is some energy of kind of being off on your own and in control of your situation, and maybe a little more still isolated in a particular way. Even though we do have the Six of Pentacles there, that's still, even though it's a give and take situation, and maybe you are getting some help from, someone, or, something, in terms of wisdom or time or energy or maybe finances. But it also sort of speaks to something you didn't think was possible is becoming possible. So I'm going to throw that out there as well. And again, that can be, because there's all this little cluster is all around money. It looks like whatever it is, there's some kind of money, about improvement to your money. And you're needing to strategize a little bit here, but you are worried about the money. But I don't feel like you need to be, because Eight of Pentacles also can represent a card of a job here, or for some of you that are looking, not for everybody, but for some of you that are actually looking, and it can be something that's contractual, something along that line that you might be in charge of here with that King of Swords energy. So there is motion forward, but there's certainly a feeling of hard work. There is a sense that you are getting some help from, but I feel for the most part, you're quite independent here with that Six of Pentacles energy. There is an exchange of, again, wisdom or money or help in some way here in December. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it off, and hopefully that gave you a little peace of mind. Like I said, I think a lot of these worries that you're seeing here with the 8 and the 9 are pretty much resolving, because you have the card of justice that's overcoming the Seven of Swords. So I do feel that you have more cards in favor and that are positive versus any negative here. And the whole picture of 8 and 9 here of swords is really just, it's self-imposed. It's you, not allowing yourself to go forward. You're just worrying too much, so that you're kind of zapping your own joy out of your life here. But you do have the card of release and control and opening up a little bit more here with the Fool energy. And again, that sort of reveals more of a fresh new start to a situation. So wherever you felt that there was, and I feel like you're drawing support from maybe your home base here as well, like I said, because further out we had those other cards there indicating that you needed to change your perspective, you needed to lighten up, because you do have the garden here, although there is something odd here with the fox energy and certainly that Seven of Swords. So I would just say keep to yourself. I wouldn't be revealing all of your situation because that's a duplicated card here in the month of December. So just a forewarning, even though there is some very positive energy here, is just be careful consideration to that. Anyway, that's what I have for you for the month of December. Just my quick read. Stay well, and certainly see you with hopefully some other shorter readings coming up for you, Gemini, in the month of December. I'm just doing what I can as time permits. So keep moving forward, and we'll see you in the next read.